It is very nice to greet you again. In today's video we will talk about the following. How to win back your ex-boyfriend's heart. Although many people will tell you to move on without him, that's not possible if you think he's the man you're meant to be with. If you want him back, you need to take some specific steps to make that happen. Learning how to win his heart back can give you a second chance at loving the man of your dreams. 1. Understanding how to win his heart back starts with recognizing the power of apologizing. You may think this is completely ridiculous if the breakup was entirely your boyfriend's idea, but just as it takes two to make a relationship work, it also takes two to destroy one. This is when you need to be honest with yourself and admit your mistakes. Think about what you did that contributed to the breakup and then admit it. Apologize sincerely, without too much emotion. Once you accomplish this, you've taken the first step. The next part of the plan to win back his heart is to establish a new connection with him. Even though you would love to get back into his arms and get into a romantic relationship, that is not possible for now. 2. You both need time to heal and regain the trust that was once there. This is why it is so essential that you develop a friendship with your ex. You should reach out to him and do so when you are feeling emotionally strong. Simply tell him that you enjoy having him in your life and that even though you are no longer dating, you would enjoy being friends with him. He may seem a little hesitant at first, but he will probably agree. 3. Don't always be available for your ex after the breakup. Once you are friends, he may see you as someone convenient and accessible to hang out with. Keep your distance at times, both physically and emotionally as well. Don't run to see him every time he asks, and don't always be willing to listen to all his problems. Show him that you are there, but not in the same capacity that you used to be. Once he realizes that he still feels close to you, he will be the one who wants more from you and the romance will return. 4. Costly mistakes to avoid to get your ex back. The whole ordeal of getting back with an ex can be extremely exhausting. While there are some people who have good advice on this, you should at least try to listen to what I have to say first. I have already learned from experience what not to do, and I am going to list those things here. Trying to convince your ex that you are the one true love of his life. This is an absolutely horrible idea right after he has broken up with you. He has obviously already made up his mind and now is not the time to try to change it. If you really want to take a step forward instead of backing away, focus your energy on finding something you both agree on. Chances are you are in this situation because of fights and disagreements. To start the healing process you need to find common ground, even though it is sometimes difficult to do so. Getting back with an ex is hard enough, so why make it harder? If you try to make him see that he is wrong, you are only damaging your relationship even more. Making him feel guilty. Of course, it is hard not to try to make your ex feel guilty, but you are getting back with your ex, not pushing him away. Do you like it when someone makes you feel guilty? Does it make you want to be closer to that person? If you are trying to push him away, this is the best way to do it. Acting like everything is his fault. You know that you are at least partly to blame too. That's okay, that's not a bad thing. You can't change someone else's actions, but you can change your own. This is a huge step for you. By finding something that was your fault, you can fix it and show your ex that you are actually trying to improve. Of course, you shouldn't start taking responsibility for everything just to make your ex feel better. If you truly believe that something is not your fault at all, stand your ground. Begging your ex to get you back. This is actually different for both genders. If you are a man, it simply won't work. It may work at first, but just because your ex is using you, it won't work in the long run. Sadly, getting back with an ex is not that easy. However, this behavior puts both of you in bad positions and is nothing to base a real relationship on. You should avoid begging at all costs if possible. Begging and pleading is not a good idea for any reason, and getting back with your ex is no exception. Without recognizing and correcting these mistakes, you will have very little chance of getting back with your ex. And if you do manage to get back with your ex, it will be almost all luck and based on a flawed relationship. Try to avoid making any of these mistakes at all costs. The relationship is a fragile bond that, when broken, the repair process can be much harder than creating it from the start. You are an essential part of what we do on this channel. For this reason, we keep an eye on what you need, and if it is your desire to recover your ex correctly and effectively, you must click on the link below.